Welcome back, and thanks for giving this a try if you're new here. The topic of the day is all about mermaids. Chances are you've seen or read a story with them. Shockingly, it isn't always easy to find mermaid books. They still pop up a lot on TV, as background characters in stories, and in myths. Eventually, I'd like to actually have a video that's talking about different types, but for now, this is going to be more general. Think of it as a prelude to a more in-depth look later. For this though, here are a few reasons why I think mermaids are so popular. First up, we have beauty and wonder. Admittedly, this is mainly for westernized mermaids. Depending on where you go and which version, mermaids are not seen as pretty at all. But in the US, the idea of a mermaid being a beautiful woman isn't very far-fetched. Oddly, it's not too common to get a really handsome merman, but more stories can fix that problem. Anyway, there's a sense of wonder with merfolk. Their mere presence automatically makes the story seem fantastical. How are these people's legs actually tails? How are they surviving in the ocean? The beauty element is also how you get that line blurred between sirens and mermaids. But I must nerd out for a moment and admit that sirens and myths are actually far more like birds than fish, making sense when you consider them singing. I can think of a lot more singing birds than singing guppies. Okay, nerding out done. But, I guess not really when you consider this entire video. But you get what I mean. Merfolk inspire creativity and imagination. That beauty is alluring. It makes merfolk almost eerie sometimes, as there are these beings who can entrance you. Why not have a character who's super interesting and attractive? It still connects with the wonder, but digging even deeper into that, there's wonder in thinking about what it would be like for someone like this to exist. Add a mermaid to your story, and the next thing you know, you have quite the tale in your hands. Then we have the connection to other cultures. Like I mentioned, I'll dig deeper into this eventually, since it seriously could be its own video and would make this one pretty hefty. In short, while researching for my 2028 horror fantasy, I got a small taste of just how many cultures have merfolk. You have mermaids in Greek, Central and West African, Japanese, Arctic and Inuit indigenous groups, and European cultures. See? I bet me saying this could be its own video suddenly makes a lot more sense now. Still, think of all this. Merfolk, despite their varieties, are still one myth that has stood the test of time and traveled across the world. That's impressive. I would be very curious to see how they compare with other types of myths to see which broad category is the most common in the world. I can't confidently say that they'd win, but I can't say that I wouldn't be shocked if they did. It might be the most underrated aspect of merfolk. They can basically show how people from all around the world, no matter our differences, still have a lot of similarities. I almost wonder if it could be part of that collective consciousness, where merfolk somehow connect all of us, and that's why they keep appearing in stories. There's a sweet message in there, even if some of the mermaids are showing their sense of equality by trying to drown everyone. And finally, there's the element of the unknown. What embraces the unknown more than the ocean? You can go to a beach and look out at the horizon, just imagining who and what all live beneath the surface. Something that has stuck with me is that people can go to space. We already have. We can go to the ocean too, but there are areas of the ocean that remain unexplored. Yes, I hear you in the back, saying there are spots in space that haven't been examined, and I know. However, that's space. That's once we're so far from our world that we aren't even affected by gravity anymore. This is still Earth. The ocean isn't some outside body that we're trying to look at. It's right here with us, and we haven't seen all of it. This sort of syncs up with the wonder point from earlier, but I think it's more than that. This isn't just being enamored by the possibilities, it's genuinely not knowing all the possibilities. For all we know, a version of mermaids could be real. Who can honestly say no when there are new discoveries all the time in the ocean? How can we be certain of what doesn't exist when we don't know what all does exist? I think this is probably part of the main reason why they're popular. We don't know if something like this could be real, or maybe it was and it's now extinct. There's so many options, and exploring that can lead to a lot of intrigue. Now, don't be shocked if I make a follow-up video sometime, later next year or further in the future. For as long as I can remember, I've been a fan of these stories of mermaids, so I'll probably think of more reasons why I think they're popular. But for now, these are the main ones in my opinion. Do you agree? If not, why do you think they show up so much? And if you do, which of these reasons resonates the most with you. If you want to check out some mermaid books, Tell Me How Long by Anne Bellows is a soft sci-fi and fantasy novella with mermaids, and The Ocean's Temptress by Jordan Morgan is a Little Mermaid novella retelling. My trilogy, Changing Waters, also has warring merfolk at the forefront, so if you haven't quenched your thirst for some mermaids, I hope you check those out and join our Tumblr bookstore, since that's where you can learn more about these stories and the authors. Thanks for tuning in today, and I hope you join me here again next time.